Hello, Patsy Waggoner here with StampsToDieFor.com. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a Stampin' Up! Project kit called Seriously the Best Project Kit. This kit includes everything you need except stamps, ink, and adhesive. What you'll need to complete this project is the Seriously the Best stamp set, the terracotta and the pretty peacock ink pad, the Picket tool, the snail adhesive, the paper snips, and I chose the regular dimensionals as well as the mini dimensionals to complete my projects. Let's get started with card number 1. This is the mint macaroon with the diagonal stripes on the front of the card, and we're going to attach the printed vellum to the center of our card. The printed vellum does have a shiny side, which is the right side up. It's a very light shine. The other side is matted, so you know which one goes up or down. Then we're going to take our tag and punch it out. We're going to stamp it with the terracotta tile classic ink with the thanks stamp from the Seriously Best stamp set. I hold it there momentarily just so the ink has time to absorb into the paper before I take it off. We're going to take the other little tag. We're going to stamp the greeting on this one in the pretty peacock ink. It's a little harder to line up those skinny little stamps. I don't want to get my head in the recording. Otherwise, I like to look right above the stamps when I'm stamping. Now we're going to wind some of the, putting the dimensionals in 4 corners because I'm going to circle around this baker's twine. This is going to be the hardest part of this whole card, is getting the circle around this card. On the other ones I actually wrapped the paper or the baker's twine around a circle jar that about the right size, and then attached it to the back of the tag, and that was really much easier. Sometimes you live and learn. We're going to stick this right onto the center of the card. Now we're going to add the other little tag. This is where those little mini dimensionals come in handy, is on these small little strips. We're going to just put that below the thanks. And we're going to add our embellishments. You can see how easily I can pick up those self-adhesive sequins with my Picket tool. There's a little flower sequins and then some regular sequins. And there we have card number 1 is complete. Now let's move on to card number 2. This one I pre-tied the bow, and I'm going to stick it on the back of the circle tag. And then I'm going to adhere this little vellum leaf to that dimensional. I'm going to add a few more dimensionals to the back of this tag or label. And we're going to put this towards the right side of the card in the center. Trim those little tails on that baker's twine. Now we're going to punch out our vellum, and we're going to put the darker vellum on the front of the card, and we're going to just stick it on with the dimensional. We're going to use that dimensional to adhere one of our little birds. And now we're going to have them looking at each other. Aren't they cute? Now we're going to take our tag. We're going to stamp our greeting on the tag in pretty peacock. And we're going to adhere that to the left side of the birds with dimensionals. I'll put a little snail on the end of that label so it sticks to the bird part, because I don't want that raised up. And adding our little self-adhesive dimensionals or sequins just to give it a little bit of a pop and a wow. And there we have card number 2 completed. Aren't they cute? Now we're going to move on to card number 3. We're going to put this vellum label right on the seam of the 2 prints that are in the front of this pre-printed card front. We're going to tie our baker's twine all the way over in a bow all the way over to the left-hand side of the card front. Gonna put some snail adhesive on the back. We're gonna center that on our card front, and we're gonna burnish, burnish, burnish that snail, which means rub, rub, rub to get it good and sticky. Now we're gonna punch out our labels for the next card, and we're gonna stamp our little saying on the first label, the skinny label. Oops, that didn't work out so well. Gonna restamp it. Now I'm gonna stamp the larger greeting on the larger tag in terracotta tile classic ink. And we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of our tags and adhere them to the card front. This congratulations will go just on top of that vellum at the same angle, with the bow all the way to the left. And here again, those little mini dimensionals are just a really neat thing to have in your Stampin' collection for skinny little things that you want adhere to your card front. And now we're going to add our sequins to the card front. You either want to add 3 or 5. You always want to use an odd number when your embellishment. And there we go. Card number 3 is complete. Stamping Hello Friends in the Pretty Peacock ink. And we need to clean that other little stamp on our chamois. These chamois are amazing. You'll want to try one out if you haven't, because they really clean your stamps great. Now we're going to stamp our greeting in the terracotta tile ink. And through the magic of television or video, I've pre-done the baker's twine. And we're gonna just adhere some of these vellum leaves to the opposite corners of this label. See how that little pickup tool picks up those little vellum things, because they're hard to grab with, even with fingernails. So this is where that little tool comes in, super handy. Adhere that to the center, and I rub it on the inside just to make sure it sticks good. And now we're going to put our little bird to the side there, and our little tag. I'm going to put that right below the Hello Friend on the front of the card. We're going to add our little self-adhesive sequins to the front of the card to give it a little bit more bling. And there we go. Card number 4 complete. Now remember, you get to make 4 of each of these cards for a total of 16. Hope you'll stop by at my store and do shopping, and don't forget, this is on sale for $18 only till the end of May or while supplies last. Happy stampin'!